Hello, it's Alex. You voted for it on the YouTube community tab, so we are painting Dwarven Mountain Holds for Old World. I primed this miniature Macragge blue. We're going back to old fashioned base paints and washes. So we're doing the flesh first with Bugman's Glow, and just a heads up, we use mainly Army Painter paints in this. War Paint Fanatic range from John Blanche Volume 1. So as you can see here, I am now applying Banshee Brown to the beard. There's some like leather pouches out back of the miniature. There's some leather straps holding the armor together. And as you can see here, I'm just spinning it around for your own viewing pleasure and you get an idea of where I've applied that brown. Next, we're using ivory white for the candle wax. You could say, why don't you go in with a grey first and build up to the kind of creamy white? You can do that if you want. I'm just kind of using the paints from the paint set I had. As I was saying earlier, Volume 1, Army Painter John Blanche. I'm just using what I have to my own needs because sometimes I like doing that. Now we're using this metallic paint by the Army Painter. I like this one. It's probably one of my standout favourites. I think it's a very good metallic metal. I prefer it over Lead Belcher for some reason. I don't know, I just got into the habit of using it a lot more. Now I use it way more. I just feel like it needs less coverage and it's a lot better. Now we're using Emperor's Gold now for the copper and like the gold on the miniature. So like the symbols on the symbol on the axe and then the kind of beer kind of holding things. I don't know what they're called. Beard holding hoops. I don't have facial hair, so I probably have no idea. But if you know the name of them, let me know, and other people will hopefully know more than me. So there you see it, that's the basic amount there. It's all there. You could just say like, there you go. But no, we're going to slap some wash on now. So once again, we're going to use Grim Dark Shadow. That's part of the same John Blanche paint kit. It's actually really nice. It's mainly got a dark tone to it, but it has like a kind of dark green tint to it, which I like. It's kind of like a rival to Agrax in my opinion. I just like it because I find it's a bit darker than Agrax. So now we're going to be going back over those base paints. So I go back over the blue with Macragge Blue. It's the main reason I primed this model Macragge Blue, because I found it just kind of easier for the entire miniature because I'd rather block in the colours and details. And here I'm going back over with the Banshee Brown on the wood, the leather. We're keeping it all to basic single highlight today, just for the sake of, if you're painting 20 of these, you're not going to go full mad on this and do loads of crazy highlights. And then we're going to touch up the flesh again with the Bugman's Glow. And what we do later, I don't record it because people may not want to do it. You can leave the wash in the eye recesses, but if you want to do the eyes, I often sometimes go in with like a black and then pick a white in the corner, a brighter white. I wouldn't use ivory white. I would use like a kind of, what's it called? White Scar. Yeah, the Citadel paint. So here I'm going back over with ivory white and then I go and touch it up with the White Scar because that's how I do the eyes as well. So like black blob and then just white in the corner and then you got your eyes and pupils. Eyes take time and practice. But going back to ivory white, I'm applying it to like these lanterns and where there's going to be a glow. You could dry brush red and orange and yellow for like an easy low effort OSL. For some reason I went a bit ham on this video and I like did low effort wet blending. It's not award winning, but it turned out okay. So once again, I'm just going back over, I'm touching up the metallics and coppers of where it was on the miniature, just so it's got a bit of a brightness to it, so it looks good. And yeah, this model is starting to come together just with reapplying the base colors on, because that's the magic with Liquid Talent, it makes a model pop. And I found these miniatures, even for their age, and I'm not a big fan of the older miniatures, I think they hold up really well. So that is one thing I'll say. So for the red, I used Corn Red, and then what I start to do later on, I actually mix it together with the Moonbeam Yellow, which is part of the War Paint Fanatic range of the John Blanche kit. But you'll see later up on screen me wet blending. not wet blend, just blending the colours together. You don't see no wet blending really. I said I'm no king of coats. I'm probably using the wrong terminology. Oh well, I'm recording this in one take because I'm busy and I'm tired, and you get professionalism on this channel. So here I then start to apply that over the red, and then if I do too much, I touch up the red over again, and you can go back and forth. For some reason I took ages going back and forth doing this. I didn't film all of it because you don't want to see me attempting to glaze and all that stuff and blend, because I don't do it a lot. So I kind of just started doing this because just practice for myself, really selfishly, and then I forgot I was recording a paint guide and I was like, oh geez. So now we go back and apply that moon base yellow to the tip of the corners, the tip of the candles, and you get a kind of glow effect, you know. It's like, it's not amazing, it's not the best kind of wet blend, whatever, but it looks okay. It looks like light from a lantern, and I'm okay with that, because if you have to do that multiple times on the miniature, yeah, it's going to be a hassle. So now for the smoke effects on the candles, we just go in with any black. I just use whatever black I have to hand. So yeah, just use whatever black paint you have. And then you go back in with a little white bit of paint. So once again, you could use the ivory white, but I used white scar on the tip of the black candle, and it gives it that kind of smoke effect. And there I go, just subtly enough, and you're like, oh, the lanterns, the candles are lit. And that's kind of it. You're going to see a finished miniature now on a square base. Do not worry. I am very aware that square bases are very important for these type of miniatures. And I thought it turned out okay. I was quite happy. I said I did go down the rabbit hole bit with the lantern and the light effects and stuff, but it was fun. I generally enjoyed painting this old world miniature, and I'm thankful that you guys voted for it, because it's nice when the community joins in and I feel like we're like in this together, you know. And there's me holding it back, bringing forward amazing camera work, Alex. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. If you could like, comment, subscribe, that would be great. Share with your friends, and I hope we see you next time. Keep it easy in life and hobby.